Hello! This is the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, and contrary to what you may have heard from some of the other hosts, there's nothing spliced in between the frames and the reels, all right? It's fine. It's just normal old films. I don't know why we keep talking about this.
And I'm Scott, who definitely hasn't been hypnotized, is what I was told to say, but I'm not 100% sure.
Ooh, I'm back from the dead. Hey, everyone. I bet you've missed my voice. Or maybe you haven't, because no one's listening to us. Hi, I'm Joey.
We
I
got
haven't been
30
on here.
followers on YouTube.
We get tens of views every week. Hi, everyone. I haven't been here for a while, but I'm back, baby. So yeah. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tomb is empty. It's me, your girl Emma, back at it again at Toe's podcast.
Yes.
I'm ready to get scared.
Yes. What a
Back at it
powerful
again.
I'm already scared.
That's the Holy Sepulchre. So yeah, you guys watch any anime or anything? I haven't had the opportunity because my house is literally falling apart around me.
I watched the first episode of New Doctor Stone last night. I've been trying to keep up with what's it called? Kyo Karamao.
Oh, fuck.
I kind of fell off because the website that I was watching it on kept not loading the episodes, so I'll have to go look at it again.
I was trying to protect you.
Trying to protect me. I was having a good time with that. But yeah, other than that, not much.
I accidentally... You know that thing where, like, you're, like, sitting in the living room watching a movie and your dad walks in and he's, like... He just, like, stands there for the whole movie.
Yeah.
I did that for Magnetic Rose.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You were the dad?
I was the dad. I was the dad in this scenario.
This time.
wow.
I'm like if a dad was a girl.
I wish they would invent one of those, like a girl dad.
They should come up with a word for it for sure.
Should invent
Like
one.
gad. So
Good.
my roommate was watching it. And I was transfixed. It's great. It's really interesting. It just recently, I mean, not like recently, but it had an English dub that I had never heard existed before.
Neat.
And it had a bunch of people in it who I really, really like Robbie Daymond. So yeah, it was good. And then the second segment started, and he was like, all right, that's enough. I was like, you're not going to watch the rest? And he was like, I never have, and I never will.
I've been rewatching my favorite anime, Adventure Time, and that has been...
That's good.
Yeah, that's been consuming all of my hours. When I come home from work, it's 6:30, and I go to bed at 9, so that's all I have.
It's understandable. I sat down with a group of friends and watched Over the Garden Wall pretty recently too, so...
I can't wait for November. I watch it every year on November 1st.
Oh, we watch it in October because it's Halloween-y.
Yeah, it's Halloween-y.
Understandable.
Every October reminder from Magpie to go and find the Tom Waits Over the Garden Wall AMV.
You've
Yeah.
posted it so many times.
I want to get the
It's really
vinyl
good.
of the soundtrack.
I want to get the vinyl of that AMV.
Yeah, just that
Anyway,
AMV.
you guys want some news?
Yeah,
I'd love
have
some.
news.
I've had to. This was shoved at me by a podcast I was listening to, which is funny.
I hate
podcasts.
Shit.
I hate them. But Crunchyroll has been criticized over the awful fucking subtitles in the Yuzuki's family's four sons, which appear to be just straight up machine translated from Chinese.
The AI has reached the anime subs.
It was translated into Chinese from Japanese and then from Chinese into English.
That's
producing
incredible.
These obviously won't hit the viewer, but producing images such as this.
What does it say? What you're doing is a carcinogen.
Oh shit!
I don't see anything wrong with this.
And this is the most weirdly passive-aggressive parent interaction I've ever seen in anime.
Minato, when do you want to eat?
You're going to be late. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. You won't be late.
When do you
You're
want to
gonna
eat
be late.
now? I don't know.
You're going to be late. You're not going to be late. Do you want to eat? Don't eat. Get out. Stay.
Fucking bizarre.
Fucking terrible thing to be caught doing. Caught with your pants down.
Yeah. Obviously somebody forgot to switch off the convert to the translate to Chinese to English part of the AI. I hate when I do that.
So, two related news stories, which are going to be weird, which is the director of Sailor Moon and Revolutionary Girl Utena has had to file a lawsuit against a woman who continually accuses him of plagiarism and fucking stalks him and shit.
Oh shit!
I've heard of that.
What the hell?
What?
I remember hearing about the person that claims that they were Sailor Moon plagiarized their work, and I heard it on Tumblr of all places. But yeah.
So yeah, he ignored her initially, but then she started messaging all of his fucking colleagues and shit, and talking shit about him. So he's finally just all right, fine, I will sue you into the dirt about this for defamation.
Gee.
Nice.
And he says it's not even about the money; it's just to prevent her from doing this to anybody else.
Yeah, no kidding.
Bizarre related story, which is upon hearing about this very story, light novel author Reki Kawahara, who you may know from Sword Art Online,
Oh no.
has revealed that he was in fact contacted by somebody claiming to be the original author, who was not angry, just confused at why his original work was being published without his permission. Which Reki says he simply didn't know what to say to them.
I mean, yeah, but you're like, you're not okay, buddy.
And there's an interesting there's an interesting thing about here, because Reki brought up that he had thoughts later that was just actually it's kind of weird to prove that you are the author of something in Japan. There is a copy office, but there's no certificate or anything that proves you're the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a weird situation to be in. But what I found even stranger was, what the fuck? How fucking deranged do you have to be to claim that you are the author of Sword Art Online?
Yeah, that's not something. I didn't know if I could say that without getting roasted by anime enthusiasts, but I thought Sword Art Online was universally not.
It's kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
I full respect to Mr. Kawahara, but anyone could have written Sword Art Online.
It is one of the most generic anime plot lines.
Let me just put it this way. I have read the supposed lost chapter of Sword Art Online, and if it is true, I am looking very disrespectfully at Mr. Kawahara.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, that's the news. Strange Tales in October. Would you guys like to know what I've picked out for this week?
I'd love to know. I want to know so bad.
I figured we needed a change of pace, but I did peek in on what you guys had seen, and what I'd picked was simply not applicable. So instead, we are going to watch Jigoku Shoujo. Hell Girl.
Hell Girl.
Hell Girl.
Hell Girl.
I didn't know Hellboy had a daughter? Question mark.
Unfortunately, nobody was bisexual.
Unfortunately,
this
there was none of that. Yeah.
They could be.
But
They could be. Maybe next time.
but guest, please read this blurb.
All right. It is said that if someone seeks revenge, they should dig 2 graves, and that is especially true of those who use the Hell Correspondence website.
Idiot, I'm gonna kill way more than 2 people.
Oh, fuck.
At the stroke of midnight, this ominous web domain becomes accessible, and whoever inputs the name of their grudge will get a visit from Emma, the Hell Girl. Oh,
Hey.
I'm sorry, Enema, the Hell
Hey.
Girl. I explains that she will send the target soul to hell, but the requester will also end up in hell when they die. Wow, they really are just saying the whole plot of the first episode there, huh?
Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing.
For some, that price is far too steep. For others, where they will spend their afterlife has no bearing on their current day-to-day hell. But one thing is certain, the Hell Girl will always be available to those who in need of revenge, while she stoically performs her duty of ferrying souls into the darkness.
The scene in the episode where Hellgirl barrels straight down the camera and reads that first paragraph.
Yeah, she does just kind of say that whole thing verbatim at some point.
I'm trying to find the bitch girl's name.
It was I don't think they said her name.
She
They
doesn't
did.
need a name. Her name was Bitch Girl.
Aya. Her name is Aya.
Aya?
Kuroda. That keeps coming up.
Oh yeah, Aya Kuroda.
Yeah.
But
Ay caramba.
I caramba.
Ay caramba.
But anyway, let's get through a quick rundown. Basically, we open in high school on a girl named Mayume being given charge of 100,000 yen in donations to buy something for the class. And she's being trusted with this money, and she's very proud, and she puts it away, while she's taking it, we zoom in on another girl, a blonde with curly hair behind her, whose name is Aya, who's just watching her malevolently.
And I believe our main girl, she just goes, "I promise I won't lose this money."
Mm-hmm. I wonder.
It just cuts away to her being like, "I lost the money."
Where the fuck is? Oh my god! Where the fuck is the money?
Like literally 2 seconds later, it's
the
very
pacing
funny.
of this show leaves something to be desired, and that thing is the entire episode.
We're gonna talk about the thing that's the biggest problem with the show a little later, but yeah, she's scrambling for it. And also, I should mention, just so you can picture this in your mind, viewer, Aya, the one we have referred to as Bitch Girl,
She's really bad.
She has like long, dirty blonde curly hair, and I think, I don't know whether she has just a case of resting bitch face or she chooses to have that expression.
Well, I think whenever she curls her hair to have like curls but not curls, she practices her bitch face in the mirror.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing she would do.
Yeah.
But anyway, who was that one girl from that one movie? Regina George? But
yeah, the one girl from the one movie. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I keep mixing her up with the villain from Shield Hero, whose canonical name still is Princess Bitch Whore. But
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, and Mayumi is she is a very normal teenage girl. She wears pigtails,
just doing her best.
But yeah, she can't find the money, and she runs into Aya on the way out, and the next we cut to the next day. There's a lot of jarring cuts.
Yes.
For it to get along, but where she is unveiling like a plaque or something like that they're going to hang in their classroom. Which, by the way, that's what 100,000 yen buys you.
I guess in addition to whatever the hell else they bought with the money.
A gun.
Yeah. But yeah, she's putting it up, and she's just like, ha, 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 here, it's good that I got this here, and yeah. After
it's good that I didn't lose money.
No money was lost in the making of this plaque.
and after this, we do cut to the outside where she is being menaced by the girl gang. So we've got a girl bully squad.
Yeah. I
the
have
other
a question.
The other two are non-characters. They barely speak.
They really, they're kind of like the,
they're
I have a
goons.
question.
If they spoke, all they would say is, "Right away, boss."
Yeah,
You
boss,
got it,
you
boss.
got it.
They do know exactly how to antagonize this girl without any like saying what the girl should do. Like they all just kind of know exactly what to do to like prop up the main bitch girl.
Yeah, what their
Yes.
place is.
It's
They're a
impressive.
unit.
It's like a hive mind.
They've trained together.
Did anyone else think that
snapping.
the animation style of this episode, did it like set anybody else's fight or flight responses off?
Yeah, we'll get
Was
to
it
that.
bad?
We will
Okay,
get to
okay,
that.
thank you. Because I don't know why. I don't know if this is like just reminded me of another anime that I really didn't like, but I watched like this animation style was.
The character designs were a little weird. They're a little. They reek a little bit of Persona, but only a little bit, and not all the way. So it's very
Not in
strange.
a good way either.
It's kind of like the modernized style of animation where it was that one anime where the guy has to write a manga with a boner or he'll lose his house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know which one you're talking about.
It was kind of like that, but modern, I feel.
But but yeah. And clearly the deal is that Aya has stolen the money, but Mayumi doesn't know that, and she lent it back to her so that she could so she wouldn't get in trouble. But now now she's got it wrapped around her finger. She's like, here's the money I owe you. It's just like, what are you talking about? That just covers the interest.
Go buy us some sodas.
Go buy us some sodas.
I think I was a blink and I missed it moment because there was a moment in this show where I was like, why is she doing everything they're saying? I guess I just missed the moment where she blackmailed her, I guess.
Yeah, she had the dirt on her.
They didn't implicitly say it. They explicitly. I mean, it was very implied for most of the time. So
but,
I must have just zoned out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But on her way to get some drinks, some good old paper cup drinks. A thing I have never seen in the States other than for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a little water fountain.
And I have never done because it seemed like a terrible idea to pour scalding fucking coffee into a paper cone-shaped cup. But
yes.
But yeah, while she's there, she hears two other generic students talking about the Hell Correspondence website. This is where I actually kind of got into this a little bit because I love web horror.
Me too.
I mean, I immediately wrote down "This is Death Note, but online?" ?
Yeah, a little bit.
For me, it actually summoned username 666. If anyone remembers that, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah,
it's giving Spy Man to me. I have to say that I was like pulling my hair out every time they said Hell Correspondence because I was like, surely to God there was a better word that they could have chosen. Like, correspondence is just not a creepy word to me.
No, it's kind of not.
I really want to know if in the sub that was like they used the words Hell Correspondence in English. Like it was one of those things that sounds like in Japanese, if you say Hell Correspondence, it sounds like more intense.
It actually, the word that they use is Jigoku Tsushin, which does like pretty literally mean Hell Correspondence, but you could have also translated it as Hell Signal.
That's better. That's much better.
Oh yeah, I get on the top of the building with Commissioner Gordon and light up the fucking
exactly. Yeah, Hell Signal.
I
think that the manga translates it as Hell Link, which I think is like
Link is way better.
That's good.
Or if you prefer, Hell Site.
So,
I would personally choose AoHell.
Everybody sit down. We have to get through
We gotta
this.
get through this.
Um,
We gotta.
Okay.
so the gist of the deal is, if you want revenge, you can put somebody's name into the prompt on this website at midnight, and they'll be dragged to hell. And they go on about it in the typical. And the teenage dialogue here in the background is actually written really well. They're just like, I heard some girls fucking disappeared. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's pretty middle school. If I have
Yeah.
My cousin's friend Stacy actually tried it out. Shit like that. And then
And she fucking died.
And she fucking died.
Died.
I had to go to her stupid funeral at the Pentecostal church. They said weird stuff, but
And
anyway.
they brought out a CD player and played fucking "Our God is an Awesome God." It was powered by some guys that kind of sounded like the Jonas Brothers.
We can't go down this road.
Emma literally activating both me and Scott instantly.
I'm seconds away from breaking out into that song. You've got to move on.
He reigns. Okay.
So yeah, and she heads back, and the first thing Aya says is, "What is it? What is this? This doesn't taste like soda."
What did she give those girls? What drink did she give those girls that wasn't a
fill
soda?
it with piss. Fill it with piss. I literally wrote fill it with piss. On there.
It did look like piss, but I think it was tea and cream.
It was tea.
Whack.
She's like, I never saw you drinking soda before, though.
It's just like, well, I wanted soda, stupid. And then she goes. It gets a little foggy for me here, but she goes home eventually. We have a home scene where she's just sitting there, and her mom is washing dishes with her back to her, and she's just like, "We got some money going missing lately." So it's a little concerning. I hear there's like thieves in the neighborhood, and they'll just hit the same house a couple of times a day.
That's not real. That's not a real thing.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah, that's not a real thing that people say or talk about. Yeah.
Well, it's not a real thing that people should believe, but it does sound like one of those dumb things where, like, I heard on Facebook that these thieves are robbing the neighborhood and they keep going in the same house, and it's like, Mom, that's not happening.
That's
it's the mom version of I heard my friend died from a website.
Yeah, this is. I heard it on fucking Nextdoor. Anyway.
God.
Truth Social saying.
But when she turns around, Mayumi's just left because she's ashamed because she's taking money from her mom
to pay off
bitch girl.
Yeah.
Does she go to the site now? I think
she does. She
does go to the site the first time at night because she's strained. She's
mad.
Point.
She's upset.
And she pulls it up, and she's just like, maybe it's almost midnight. Maybe I'll do it. And she types her name in, and it gets to be midnight, and she's just like, no, and she doesn't click, and the time passes, and then she gets a text message on her flip phone.
Yeah, this is. I did look up when this was airing. It was about 2005, which really tracks.
Well, they did use flip phones in Japan longer than
much
over here,
longer,
right? Yeah.
Well, they fucking love flip phones because you can't put a charm on a smartphone.
It's true.
You can. It's just not fun.
So true.
Yeah.
But she immediately gets a text message, and she looks outside and sees fucking Aya standing there under a streetlight.
Why is Aya so obsessed with her?
I don't know. It's like her. Is it like she's her new toy or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. She's
lesbian love is a strange and wonderful thing.
Amen.
So yeah, and a lot of I do appreciate the show's commitment to not over-explaining things because what's implied works here.
Yeah,
because they don't show what happens next. They go to school, and she's sitting in the classroom, and it's clearly between periods, and she keeps hearing people talking about her, and she's just like, I heard she was seen downtown. She's just like, Mayumi, she's so serious. And she gets called in by like her teacher, or is he like a guidance counselor?
I don't know. They just say They don't say who he is. He's just a teacher.
Maybe.
I assumed he was the principal.
I
Maybe
thought
a
so
principal.
too.
He was being weird.
But he calls her in. It's just like there's been these rumors. I know you've heard these rumors going around that you've been like seen downtown after dark and stuff. And we just want you to know that the teachers know that you're a good kid, and these aren't true.
Is that a thing in Japanese schools where if they like catch you downtown after dark, you can get in trouble at school? Is that a thing?
It seems like you can get in trouble for a lot of shit in Japanese schools that is outrageous. They didn't have none of their fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, she is also a middle schooler, which does make it more like that's pretty young to be like by yourself. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
13 years old shouldn't be downtown.
Yeah, it was a real.
It felt like the implication was like the girls were implying that she was like downtown being a prostitute.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're like whoring
that
around.
is sort of
Which
the implication.
Which I guess if I was a principal and I heard some girls being like, "Did you hear that the girl in 8th grade is a prostitute?" I would be like, "Oh, maybe I should talk to her."
Yeah, but not talk to her in any meaningful way. Just be like, we don't
Just
believe
be like,
the rumors.
"Hey, so something weird that I heard in the hallway."
We're
but
not going
like,
to do anything about this, but
Listen,
we know it's not true.
Well,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck was he supposed to do? In this situation, I think he's actually doing pretty good for the first meeting anyway, because he's just like, listen, we just want you to know that we know you're a good kid and not whoring around downtown.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird that he had a student bring her to the faculty room to say that, and then just like, all right, that was it. You can leave now.
You go.
It's like, it could have been an email. I don't know.
But anyway, but yeah, she's just like, oh shit. And this pattern of behavior goes on. The girl gang gets her as soon as she gets out of there, and nobody sees this.
Yeah,
they just drag her to the stairwell.
Yeah,
they just getting her.
They're just like 8 o'clock tonight. Remember, don't be late. And yeah, so she gets like drug out with them. Oh no, wait. Yeah, is this it? Is this the time that she gets drug out with him?
I think she.
No, we don't follow her out because we have to have a time between then so that she can go home again.
Yeah, so she goes home and then goes out. Yeah,
I think at one point it's implied that they just beat her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she eventually she does just end up going home, and she walks by her mom, and her mom's just like, "What happened to your face?" And she just doesn't answer. And it's just like, "Hey, what happened to your face?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you have been acting stranger since that money's been gone. And she storms upstairs and slams the door, and she's like, "Honey, no, I trust you." It's just like I feel bad for mom.
Yeah, it was really sad.
And yeah, tonight she decides to do it.
She does do the cursed website ritual, and
nothing happened.
She gets a text message immediately, which is scary.
Red,
scary red phone.
Was it not subtitled for you guys?
Yeah, that's so.
Okay.
We might as well talk about that. Is a huge problem that we had with this web-based horror, where you had to do reading to understand some of the plot, and all. And also like thrown notes and stuff. Yeah, they didn't decide to sub any of it in English.
Yeah, which was very weird. I'm sure it's a result of us watching it on Crunchyroll. But you know. But for everyone's benefit, the text that she gets it just says received Hell Girl.
Okay.
And it's written very formally, like you would respond to an email.
Right. Okay.
Someone said, I've seen Gossip Girl, but I know how I can make this edgy and scary.
Gotcha, bestie. See you later.
XOXO Hell Girl.
Literally.
I wanted to bring this up because I just thought it was funny, is that Scott's been here for like 2 variants of the Chinibio girl.
Yeah.
In my viewpoint, this is the only kind of shows you guys watch. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it
so
is.
Hell Girl herself is an entirely new variant who tries to be mysterious by being quiet and ominous.
We only watch shows about foul young women.
And I love that. It's this like God forbid women do anything kind of genre of anime that I love.
It's great. It's great.
So,
God forbid a woman drags you to hell.
I'm really shocked that no one said how spiritually sensitive they are in this show so far. Personally.
So anyway, it's time to go to school again, and I literally forget what they do to her. But
is this where they take her to the downtown and they're like,
it's like right
Bro.
before, but she like they like walk by her and say something snarky, and she's like, "Well, guess it didn't work. Hell Girl's a fake thing."
the
Yes.
Hell Girl's fake, and then and then they make her go to downtown with them, and they're just like hit on that guy. See if he'll get us dinner. And it's just like, what do you mean? It's just like, well, it's your fault for not bringing enough money.
Yeah, when you
She's
blackmail,
like, I'm not gonna do that.
yeah, when you blackmail a girl to bring money and she doesn't bring the money, that can really put a damper on the girls' night out that you planned.
It does put
for
a-
sure.
Honestly, if this was a different anime, it would have just ended with Mayumi stabbing her to death with a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
I kind of would have preferred that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But
Yeah, maybe.
they shove her at the guy, and I didn't actually catch what she says to him.
Nothing.
She didn't say anything. She's
she
like,
whimpers a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she runs off, and he's like,
I need. Wait a minute. We need to
okay.
talk about this scene for a second because
Okay.
the girls are like, go hit on that guy. He looks like a pedophile.
And
They haven't said so many
my
words,
God,
but,
did they nail it?
They push him.
Right.
They push her towards him, and he's like, she says nothing, and he's like, "Hey, are you hitting on me? You're kind of cute. Come here." And he puts his arm around her.
How
It's
old
worse-
are you? I'm cool.
It's
Like-
worse than that. I think verbatim he says, "Are you hitting on me? You're really cute. Are you in middle school? I promise I'm cool. Do you want to go get dinner? Do you want to get out of here? Do you want to come back to my place?" And then she runs away.
It's
Yeah,
really
like you
fucking bad.
And gang, I really can't stress enough how this dude sounds like they went outside the fucking Funimation studio and grabbed a dude from the bus stop and were like, "Hey, do you want to record some lines for us?" Like,
Hey,
none of the voice actors in the studio were like, "I don't want to fucking voice this pedophile dude." And they're like, "All right, fine, we'll find somebody."
I
And then they
wanna-
just fucking go outside and they get like
They get,
Ted
like,
from the
yeah,
fucking
they-
street corner.
Yeah, they get Ted, and he's just like, this beats applying to work at the bank.
Yeah.
I imagined that the voice actor, they like explained the scene to him, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, I've been to Comic-Con. I can do this."
So yeah,
But,
it's
yeah.
really bad.
He even also. I really wish this wasn't an audio-based medium because I wish we could post a picture of what he looked like because he looked like a guy who was only into young anime girls.
Yeah.
But
It's yeah.
They really nailed
Anyway.
it.
Wow.
anyway, she does book it away from him.
Good
And
for her.
earlier, by the way, she saw the Hell Girl down an alleyway.
She did see the Hell Girl. She didn't know
Only
it was
out
the
of
Hell
corner
Girl.
of
And,
her eye.
Yeah.
And she comes to rest in an alleyway. And she's like, I can't take this anymore. And then the bitch squad catches up with her. She's like, "What the hell was that?" It's just like, "Hey, if you don't show up with money next time," and she pulls out her flip phone, "I'm going to show everyone at school this picture." And she snapped a picture of her with the guy.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that at this point Mayumi didn't just start throwing hands.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, "Hey, can't show anybody anything if I break that shit in half."
Yeah,
For
I
real.
understand Mayumi's like a timid girl. Like I get it. I understand. I get it. I we have to have a show. She has to be timid. She should have at least punched once.
I listen. I've
Something.
been saying this for a while, and it's a culture. Maybe it's a cultural disconnect because I'm an American or whatever. But I think these kids should be more willing to throw hands occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish she had at least like reached for the phone or something, you know?
It just made
Something.
any effort.
She
But,
Give
is-
it a
She's
go.
she's the perfect blackmailing target. She will just go along with anything.
But yeah, so her next move, well, actually, she's not that great a blackmailing target because her next move is to try and kill herself.
You know what?
Yeah, there's a scene of her jumping off of a building.
I do stand corrected.
She does take her shoes off, always the most fucking chilling thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this scene was disturbing.
But
It
but
also
yeah.
didn't need to happen. Like, I understood the process of, like, the thought process of putting a scene like this in here, but considering what happens next, it did not need to happen.
No, shut up. It's cool. I actually like this, so shut up. But so yeah, she and you think like the Hell Girl's gonna stop her or whatever, but no, she just takes a header off the building, and on her way down, she appears over her shoulder, plummeting towards the earth, and it's just like,
I did like this scene too because Hellgirl was like, whoa, I haven't given you my pitch yet.
Wait
a second.
Wait,
we can't do this.
We haven't finalized how this works. Come on, but yeah,
Hang on, I have to give you the exposition.
But yeah,
I have a blurb to read you.
She takes her to the Red World, which, by the way, is introduced with, and I don't know if anybody actually caught this, red filtered footage of an actual tree. Like a real tree blowing.
I did not catch that.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, it was real.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I was just like, it's fun.
That's
we've
nice.
escaped anime.
It felt kind of like Umineko, like the background. That's just a real picture but blurry. I was really into it.
Nice.
Kind of a little bit like Homer Simpson wandering into the real world. But anyway.
Yeah, I felt throughout the episode I was like, God, this kind of looks bad. And but the one scene that happened in Hell, I was like, holy shit, this looks awesome.
It was kind of scary.
Some things did look good, is the thing, and it's because somebody had some style, not because they had any money.
Yeah,
yeah, that's for goddamn sure.
Okay.
So yeah, the Hell Girl in the Red World is just like, hey, this is hell. You want me to send people to hell? I can do that. I'm good at hell.
I'm very
it's my specialty.
I'm the best at hell.
My special hell.
If you want to send somebody to hell, take this straw man and undo the red string from around his neck. It's just like, boy, howdy, do I want this bitch dead?
Yeah.
And she's like, but wait.
There's more.
If you do it, hell gets you when you die.
So
if you let this Beyblade rip, you go to hell.
At this point, Hellgirl starts talking about how, like, if she indulges in revenge, then hell owns her soul and she'll never know, like, the sweet joy of heaven.
Yes.
And that was just my upbringing my whole life. She was just saying things that my mother had told me time and time again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be real with you though. They are talking about entirely different heavens and hells.
I understand that. I know that. However,
the parallels are there, though.
When you're listening to an English dub, it does just sound like Sunday school.
So yeah, she takes the doll and she wakes up just like in town and goes home. So the next day at school, she has the doll with her, and she's sitting in class and she feels a hand on her shoulder and she's just like, "Hey, Mayumi," and it's Aya, and she just runs. She's just like, "Fuck." I can't deal with you today, bitch.
Anime girl run.
And she goes to the girl's bathroom and she's just standing there. And there's a cool scene here where that's unnecessary, but it's still cool. Where the Hell Girl is in the other mirror, and it's shot from behind. I'm just like, it's fun.
That was really cool. That was really cool. However, then she does the thing where she repeats the thing that she said literally a minute ago. You all watched the show.
Listen, it was a minute ago. Something has gone fucking wrong with the editing here.
Yeah, it does that thing that happens in anime sometimes where they just repeat the thing that they like. It flashes back to the thing that just happened, and you're like, yeah, remember. No, I watched that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving here.
So yeah, and we come back to Aya, and Aya's like, well, fucking fine then. So when Mayumi goes back to class, she immediately gets called into Mr. What's-His-Fuck's office.
The principal.
And she's like, "Oh God!" And she's like, "This picture was emailed to us just now, and that's clearly you in the picture.
You are a prostitute.
It turns out you's a whore, and we're telling your mom."
I was like, oh my God, this is some, like, he's like, not only that, this will affect you, the high schools you're applying to in the future. I was like, does it? Is it? Will it really?
It will, actually, because you have to fucking apply to high schools in Japan.
Yeah, it's fucked up, you guys.
And she just starts crying because what is she supposed to do? She's a typical wallflower girl.
I'll tell you what she's gonna do.
She's gonna go up on the roof because she's got a sense of drama.
She does. I enjoy that about her.
If you're gonna do witchcraft, you've got to do it in the correct place.
Yeah.
And she pulls. What?
I was gonna say, from here on, the show gets a lot funnier.
It gets a lot more fun.
It's true. It's that.
So we didn't get to see somebody bisected, but we did get to see some spooky, scary Halloween haunts.
Some jovial good times in the haunted house.
Some good times were had. So she pulls the string, and then we don't really see her for a while because we're gonna hang out with Aya because it's after school at night, and Aya. Oh yeah, and we got to have the sick ass introduction of Hell Girl because Hell Girl's putting on her Hell Girl costume in hell.
She is,
which is a pretty bitchin' kimono, and she rides her scary ass fucking chariot into the sky.
With the head wheels, yeah.
And her kimono does the chowder thing where the pattern moves.
Yes,
the pattern stays in place as she moves.
That.
Very nice.
Great.
But and after that scene, we cut to outside the school at night, and Aya's there, and she's just like, where is that bitch?
Where's my girlfriend that I blackmailed?
Yeah, where's my new girlfriend?
She opens up her phone to check the text, and I need you guys to know that the text just says school. And she replied with, "Got it."
You've gotta appreciate that Mayumi the Wallflower has more sense of dramatics than Hell Girl, the emissary of hell.
Yeah.
And then the gate automatically opens behind him, and Mayumi's there. And she's just like, Mayumi? And she turns around and runs into the school. She's like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm going to need you guys' help describing the next couple of scenes because I don't remember the exact sequence.
It's a lot.
This is I got this. Okay, so the first thing that happens, she runs into a classroom that she thought Mayumi ran into, and suddenly it's like daytime. The lights are super bright.
She's like, why is everyone here at school?
Everyone's at school. The teacher's like writing on a chalkboard. She's like, why the hell are you guys here? And then the teacher turns around, but he has no face.
And none of the
he doesn't have either. He does, and all the students don't have face, so Aya screams and she runs away.
Which, if you guys probably know this already, and if you don't, those were a kind of yokai called Nopperabo.
Which it's also like classic Tanuki shit.
Yes,
they love to do that.
And so the next thing that happens is she runs towards kind of like a back door, like to where the outdoor fields, the sports stuff.
She's running after Mayumi, and she's running down this hallway, and the hallway just gets longer and longer.
Oh right, yes, that part.
Yeah, long hallway.
She goes out the back door.
And then she goes out the back door, and she sees a bunch of people playing volleyball. It's daytime again, and the students are around. They have faces this time. Yeah, she's all happy. And then a volleyball rolls by, and someone's like, hey, can you grab that? And she's like, sure, I'll grab this volleyball for you. I'm suddenly a nice girl. And she reaches over and she picks up a skull.
She picks up Evil Skull, which I have to admit to you guys did actually scare me. It was something about the way the shot was framed and like the sound that they played, and I was like, oh fuck, it's a skull.
Jesus.
I tell you, I saw the skull and broke down. That was so fucking fun.
That made me actually cackle so loud.
I got jump scared, you guys. Evil Skull was there.
So Shadow Skull.
So after that, she runs back in and she runs into Mr. What's-His-Fuck. the teacher man with his stupid brown blazer. And she's just like, oh God, Mr. What's his fuck. It's been something really fucked up is going on in there. He's just like, yes,
he's like, yeah, I saw the fucked up stuff too. Follow me.
And
in the dark school.
She's just like, where are we? Wait a second, I'm having a much different kind of fear now with an adult man in a dark school.
Yeah, and then he walks by and he's like, here, look, I found your friends, and her friends are in a wall. They're in a wall.
I need you to know that this is the part that gave me a small jump scare because his face changes and I was like, ew.
It is the cool thing in this scene that happens is that his face changes, but you can't pinpoint when his face changed.
So subtle.
Because the person that he changes into looks enough like the original guy to be like, oh, did his face change? Why is he bald? Why is he sitting on a hat?
Yeah, it's the introduction of clearly a long running character we haven't met yet, and it's one of the weirdest introductions I've
It was very strange. And then so she freaks out and she gets real scared again. So she sees Mayumi, I think again, and she runs after her, and then she runs into her classroom.
No, I have to say this bit. It's for me. This one's for me.
Okay.
Because she runs in there and there's a geisha in there. There's like a courtesan. And she's just like, what's going on? Why are you people here? And the bald guy from earlier is there, and another guy who's just a man is there.
I think we missed a part. I think
we did not. Shut up.
Okay.
We missed a part.
It's where she sees
because
her
she sees her crime from before. We get the explicit nod that yes, after Mayumi put the money in her bag, Aya went and took it. And then she gets to talk to these freaks. And she's like, what is this shit? Are you Mayumi's friends? It's just like whatever that is, it's bullshit.
No one saw me do it.
Wait, and just like, oh, it looks like we're not going to get a confession out of her. And she's like, why should I confess? Nobody saw anything. And then there's a voice that just says, actually, I saw. And she looks up and there's just a giant eyeball for a ceiling. And it made me laugh until I fell out of my chair.
I fucking hate him.
I love it.
Fucking Magnus Archives bullshit.
Oh yeah, that was Emma's least favorite voice actor as well.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
And then that's the thing that breaks her. She collapses onto the floor, anime girl style, and cries.
And then there's Hell Girl, and she's just like, bitch gotta die.
But how, Magpie, how does she kill her?
She puts out her arm and the flowers come off of her kimono, very much like a movie that we're rushing through this to watch later.
Sure fucking did.
And she wakes up on a boat being paddled across a strange pond. And with lanterns in the water. She's like, what is this? Where am I? Oh, fuck, the boat has hands. This boat got hands.
This boat does. Finally someone has hands, and it's this boat.
Hands
and she's like, what's going on? And Hellgirl's just like, yeah, I'm going to take you to hell. Hence the name.
Now, here's something that I want to bring up at this point. If I have been tormented by this girl, and this mysterious online hell girl entity said, I'm going to enact revenge and take her to hell, but because of that, you have to go to hell. And I'm like, okay, fine. I would be really pissed off if I sold my soul to find out that my tormentor experienced 5 spooky things and then was killed painlessly with flowers.
Come on.
It wasn't a very good revenge.
No, she didn't even remember dying.
No, but she kind of just fell asleep and then woke up and was being transported.
She was pretty scared though.
No, I like to think of it as she wasn't even killed. I like that she was taken bodily into hell like fucking Orpheus.
I mean, her friends did get dragged through a wall, which had
that's
pretty traumatizing.
That's a really good fucking question. Are those girls fucking dead?
That was I didn't know if that was they were actually there and that they were part of the punishment, which that means that they received the worst punishment out of everybody because that was horrifying.
They got fucking Jumanji'd.
Or but because this is the one episode where we'll never know, they could that could have just been an illusion and they're still alive.
But anyway, thing is, we it's time to cut back to Mayumi, who's having a great time.
Great day.
Play that fucking Evangelion happy school music. Also,
we learned that Mayumi actually does have a friend who she didn't talk to this entire experience.
She didn't get any fucking help from. But
the friend's like, "You look great. I'm glad you seem bummed out these past few days, man. You seem happy.
I'm glad you're normal again. Let's hang out.
I actually want to be around you now that you're not sulking like a weirdo."
And then she's just like, yeah. And she looks out the window and she's just like, I'm gonna go to hell when I die. And she looks down and she's got like a bitchin' Sasuke tattoo in between on her chest.
Here's the question I have at this point now. What is the rest of this show about?
Not
different
her.
People.
So this is going to be a laughing salesman type situation where it's some new bitch gets consigned to hell every episode.
So if someone is miserable, they say, I want to send somebody to hell. The person gets spooked in various ways, then goes to hell. That's the whole show?
Yeah.
26 that way.
Yeah,
That's boring.
Hell Girl and the Boner Squad come and get them.
No, they even show a clip if you watch after the credits where
I did not.
It's some girl that was like, yeah, this guy keeps following me. I want you to drag him to hell. I guess she's being stalked or something, so I guess that's the next episode.
I have to say, it really doesn't stack up to the Sam Raimi, but like, drag me to hell.
Because I was like, okay, there's two ways that this show can go. Either it's a different person dragging somebody to hell every week, or like it's this girl now trying to reclaim her soul through some strange hellish loophole.
No, she's definitely going to hell later. So, notes that we didn't get to. There early on they were talking about like one of the teachers was talking and they were doing real ass algebra and it was very distracting. I was like, why do I have to listen to this? Oh my god, I hate this.
Garbage.
I did put down in my notes that was ... sexually charged. I don't know when it was. I just know that
sounds right.
Aya said something.
Of the episode.
Yeah, Aya. Every time she speaks to Mayumi, I had this whole headcanon where Aya like really wanted to get with Mayumi, but she didn't know how to get to her attention, so she blackmailed her. It was like a whole enemies to lovers thing. But then
she read the secret.
Yeah.
It was like a friend sent her to hell. You know, it happens all the time.
Yeah, it's like if enemies to lovers, if the enemy sent you to hell before you had a chance to become a lover.
Well, hey, at least they'll be together in the end.
It's true.
The other thing, when she pulled the little string off the doll and the doll blows out of her hands, a voice, like a big demon voice, said, "Your revenge will be enacted." And it was so loud and scary. And it hard.
I don't know who that was.
That's a note that I have to bring up about this show. The fucking mixing in this show was dog shit.
Dog shit. It's really bad.
I had to turn my speakers all the fucking way up to hear the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could tell who was important in the show by how loud their voice was.
Genuinely. I have to say, I don't know how you guys felt, but I really hated Hellgirl's voice.
Oh, yeah?
She did.
She was just giving us nothing. And like, I know that like she's like clearly the anime girl archetype of like Rei Ayanami, where it's like they want you to give nothing, but she was like really giving nothing. Like I couldn't tell when the sentences were over.
I think what she needed was a voice actress who had a deeper voice to make her voice sound hypnotic or like something that pulled you in, but it was just a regular anime girl's voice that was flat and monotone.
Yeah, maybe more of a like lyrical voice would have worked. Because what she was doing was like
just dropping some fucking slam poetry.
If someone seeks revenge, they should dig 2 graves, and it's like, can you give us anything?
Go on, girl, give us nothing.
It's just, I just wanted her to be scarier.
Also,
you want like full jester pilled hell girl who's just like when the bell strikes thrice to hell.
It also became to be a middle ground.
It also became very became very aware very quickly that Hellgirl and all of her like weird adult friends that she hangs out with were all designed in a way that I was like, okay, whoever made this wants people to cosplay them. Like he wants someone to cosplay Hellgirl, and it is painfully apparent.
When her full crew showed up at the end, and I wrote, first of all, I wrote not Todd fucking Habercorn in the ceiling, and then I wrote, does Hellgirl have a whole fucking crew? What is that?
And that's the thing. It was a crew that was not named. No one said their names. We just got a snippet of their personality. It was like, okay, so we have the young, like, haha, like, I'm gonna say things that make people roll their eyes, and I'm like the haughty one. And then there was like the mommy, and then there was the old guy.
Yeah, there was. Well, to me, it felt like when people draw like Jeff the Killer and Tiki Toby and Isla's Jack being friends, and it was just like, what the fuck? I didn't think it was like this.
They drew the design of the crew before ever like being like, it doesn't matter who they are.
Emma, what the hell? A bitch can't have friends?
I guess she can have friends. It's not called, like, the legend isn't about Hellgirl and her grandpa and her brother and a hot lady.
The dragon didn't even show up at the end.
So, anyway, if you'd like to join the Hell Crew, you can do so at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. We're still on Twitter. We are at One Episode Cast. You can also find us on Blue Sky at the same name.
Oh shit!
If you find anybody else at Blue Sky,
yeah, I mean, I think there's probably people on there. Talk to us about, I don't know, who you'd send to hell, I guess.
I like.
We are kind of a cursed website that will enact.
Yeah, exactly. We can enact revenge on people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's super easy to enact revenge on people. I could do exactly what Hellgirl did.
I think if I met Hellgirl, I wouldn't take the deal, and I would just enact like mortal revenge on somebody.
No, yeah. Just be like, okay, I have a gun now.
I would be like, Hellgirl, do you take notes? Do you take suggestions? Because here's how I would take revenge. This is a knife.
It's just like I visited a dark website, and the upshot of that is that I'm going to cast a curse on you, and it's the curse of sock full of ball bearings.
And Hellgirl's like, no, you don't understand. I made her pick up a skull thinking it was a volleyball, and I'm like, yeah, I saw an anime once where a bitch got bisected. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Hellgirl shows up and she's like, I'll take them to hell, but you go to hell too. Are you prepared for that?
And I'm like, no, I guess I'm just gonna go kick her ass myself.
Oh yeah.
Ma'am, I'm gay. I'm already going to hell.
She shows up and she's just being like, if you want your enemy to go to hell, you too must be prepared to go to Party City. Are you prepared for eternity in a spirit Halloween?
That, you know what? That's it. Hellgirl needs to work on her pitch. Like, she has the kick-ass red world. She has the cosplay ready kimono. She just needs to work on her pitch a little bit.
We need to work on our pitch.
Let's get the fuck out of here.